Thanks for joining us on Envision. I'm Deanne Conrad with Dr. Brian Maher, our Superintendent of Sioux Falls Public Schools, and you are watching Envision. Our topic today is summer school for elementary students. We've had a couple of programs that have worked with specific groups of students, but the district is really looking at a summer school program for a larger number of students this coming summer. Tell us a little bit about why a summer school for elementary students and what we hope to accomplish.
Yeah, great question. One of the things that I looked at very early on in my 100-day plan when I came to the district was, what are some gaps that we have? And one of the things that really showed itself very early in the process was our third grade reading and math achievement scores. And so you dig in a little deeper. I dug in a little deeper to what did that mean? And what I found was our third grade reading and math scores were below our statewide peers. And yet beyond that, we caught our statewide peers in terms of student achievement and ultimately passed them and never looked back. So my question was, how can we get to the point where we're not looking up at our statewide peers in terms of achievement at that third grade level? And part of it, I think, is a readiness issue. Part of it, I think, is an early childhood issue, even preschool issue that we're not prepared to address yet, at least as a school district. So what can we do as a school district? What impact can we have? And the best thing we came up with was, let's put a comprehensive summer school together where we really focus on some of our disadvantaged youth and focus even further on development of those skills in reading and math and many other skills, but specifically reading and math, and try to get those kids up to a spot where they're on a level playing field with their peers.
Sure. And there's a lot of development that happens kindergarten, first, second grade. So those are kind of the target areas that we're looking at. There's a lot of growth, brain development, and things like that. So the opportunity is ripe at that age to get those students in for a little bit more intense instruction, a little bit smaller situation and that type of thing. So what will this summer school look like?
Well, we're still in the developmental stages of that yet at this point. What we've done is we've put together several groups, and they're looking at many different areas in terms of pulling this whole summer school issue together. Kristen Skogstad is really working hard at being our director of summer school development. She's working with a number of us in terms of all of the issues we have to look at. One of those issues is, what does a summer school look like? And I think it will look like a full day of school, but maybe not like school as we understand school in its traditional sense. There will be a focus on literacy or on reading and math, but also there'll be a focus on social skills and some of the emotional issues that go along with bringing kids along and really develop their talent in the area of literacy. Because we know literacy really informs every area of their education and really every area of success in later years in life. So we want to do everything we can to give every student an equal opportunity at those early grade levels. We think that probably that summer school will go a majority of the summer, maybe as much as 8 or 10 weeks of that summer. Hopefully also it will be very engaging for kids and we'll provide them some opportunities around the community. So it's not just reading and just regurgitating math facts, but we hope from a comprehensive experience that we help their area in literacy, specifically reading and math, and we'll assess those issues so that we know that the money we're spending is actually that we're getting a bang for the buck, so to speak.
Sure, and the focus is kind of on 3 sites at this point.
Yeah.
And students will be selected then for involvement in the program?
You're just a little bit ahead of the game right now, but those are the questions that we're asking.
Okay.
We really believe at this point that we'll make a recommendation to the Board of Education that we look at 3 sites. Those sites were determined as title buildings, number 1, and focus schools, number 2, where we're having some struggles academically, and where we think we can really raise the needle in terms of academic achievement. So that's part of it. The other part of your question, I just lost it there.
The students, how will the students be
Right.
selected?
Student selection, how do we do that? The summer will look to be more of a pilot program. So we've got an actual committee set up for student selection so that we refrain from any discriminatory practices, yet we have our summer school look as much like regular school as we can. So
Sure.
how that student selection will look, I don't know that answer yet, but that's something that we're working hard on as we speak.
More information to come on that as well, and in preparation for a summer of learning for students who might otherwise not have the opportunity to get into a program that is focusing on literacy and math. So look forward to hearing more details about that in the future. Thank you for joining us today on Envision.